everybody. Hope we're doing well today. So where we left off, we had just finished our first battle, our very first absolutely terrible battle against a pulse Pokemon.
This is a proper introduction.
This is our proper introduction.
Okay.
And I'm so fucking angry.
All right. So, yes, where we left off, we were fighting the Pulse Tangrowth, and we beat it. And so, I did a couple things off screen after we finished last time. Firstly, I went into this house, and I found a warehouse key, which I used to go back to the Coral Ward. I opened up all the warehouses that were locked, at least the ones that I could. And in one of them, I found the real daycare couple. So I can now go back and breed Pokemon if I want to. And also, most notably, I caught a couple Pokemon. Most notably, the Numel and the Grimer. Because our team is not very equipped for the next gym. So I was like, I want this, and I want this.
Slime. You know, I think that this is just going to wind up being the most... I feel like it's going to be a personal challenge for me to come up with the single shitpostiest name for a Pokemon during this stream.
So we're going to the Onyx Ward. I haven't been to the Onyx Ward since we left off, so everything here is going to be super fresh. Okay, Vileplume and Blossom have equal BSTs, but Vileplume focuses on special attack while Blossom is defensive. Or is it the other way around? Ugh. I'm never going to get through the studying time. This is bad, this is bad. Where am I?
BSTs?
These students can be a handful. Base stat totals. These students can be quite a handful. When they're not slacking off, they're all riled up about something or another. So this is the Onyx Ward. Onyx Arcade, test your skills. Before we can do that, let me do a bottle. You hear that? Youngster Baxter thinks he's some hot shit.
Well, you know, it's got to learn somehow. KO!
KO! Oh yeah, I forgot that Psyduck has psychic moves in its set.
Has what moves in its set?
Psychic type moves.
Oh yeah.
And I was crossing my fingers that that wouldn't happen. I don't know why I keep this Meowth around.
Pick up.
Okay.
But in all seriousness,
Yeah?
naming that Pokemon Slime ... makes every freaking message in it that involves it turn a lot more suspenseful. Slime, use poison gas.
Why is the game down? My life has no meaning without online games!
Stop playing League of Legends, you dinglefuck.
Come on, big money, no Krabbies. Why don't you want Krabbies? Oil and grime, poison, sludge, diesel, clouds, and noxious muck. Slime beneath me, slime up above. Oh, you love my toxic... I don't know what song this is, but I probably butchered it. Machine, why you know... memes.
Give me a second. I'm gonna find that song. That way I can actually do it appropriately, because I actually do a pretty damn mean Tim Curry impression.
Which do you think is better, the slot machines or these Voltorb Flip games? Personally, I actually really like Voltorb Flip. I got a better game right here. It's called Pokemon Reborn. You probably haven't heard of it.
The meta. The frickin' meta.
Oh, welcome to the RX Arcade. I think I know where to get one of those. Oh, wait. Track Facade. Ooh, substitute. And let's see what the prize Pokemon are since the update changed. Yep, that's about what I expected. Oh my god! Let me out! Good, thank you. I'm gonna go back and heal because I know there's trainers in this area and I don't want anybody to faint. So we can bypass the slums easily now. Because there's one pixel where you can walk above that giant crack.
God damn it. Oil and grime, poison sludge, diesel clouds and noxious muck, slime beneath me, slime up above. Oh, you'll love my toxic love.
No way, and then what? Well, I was like, hey, buddy, I'm busy here. Back off. Besides, you don't even look like a student. Why are you blocking the entrance to...
here?
Why are you blocking the entrance for literally everyone, though?
He doesn't even go here. Anyway, thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Davian. My impression of Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show was a lot better, mainly because I've had more practice with it, and I try not to make a point to watch Fern Gully.
Don't tell that to Lorelei, though.
What? I try not to make a point to watch Fern Gully?
Oh, try not to make a point to watch Fern Gully?
Yes.
So you do like Fern Gully?
In small doses. In very, very small doses.
As
in one viewing per year maximum.
Okay.
I mean, it's just that a lot of the plot just seems so needlessly shallow. Like, it's a movie that has a really strong conservationist premise, but it executes it so poorly. I mean...
I've only seen it once, but I have to agree just a little bit.
I mean, it's like... Not even Robin Williams could save that script. I am sorry that I am insulting Lorelei's... a movie that Lorelei really likes, but goddammit, when Robin Williams can't save a script, you know that it's bad.
I don't.
Anyway, 2
okay. Why do I have to do this every single time I get into a battle? Can't you see you don't belong here? Oh, shut up. Hey! Tammy has a Poliwag! You hear that, guys? Tammy has a Poliwag.
Okay. I am back.
Hey, Jack, this is Arcade Star Tammy, and she has a Poliwag.
If it sounds like I'm slamming my head against the table, it's because I am. Why?
Why, what?
I mean, friggin' next thing you know, we're gonna run into like rising star Jennifer, and she's going to have a Lopunny.
You equate me with Lopunny?
Hey, you have a freaking 6 perfect IV shiny Lopunny that you spent a lot of time putting work into. Yes, I equate you with that because that shit requires dedication.
It's not 6 IB, it's just 5 IB, but the IBs happen to be in all the right places.
Still, shiny, competitive poker man.
I'm not doing that.
Motherfucker! I mean, next thing you know, you're gonna, or how about this? You're gonna wind up running into Teacher John that has a freaking Matang as his only Pokemon.
I got a puppy.
Here come. Oh, hold on. Yes, take it. It's male. Name it Yogi.
Sadly, I'm probably not gonna use him, but no.
No, I'm just gonna rest right here. You mean die?
Die. He also has pickup.
Yeah, and he's got a brave nature and, well, yeah.
He has Fire Fang.
The IVs are meh.
I'm probably just gonna put it in a PC. I lost the key to my home. I must have dropped it somewhere, but where? I'll keep looking. I have to find it. Well.
You know, I think this is the only freaking Pokemon game that I've played where people actively lock their doors.
But only when they're away.
Yeah.
Move relearner.
And?
Oh, she's the move relearner. Looks all the arcade games are all broken. I want to play. What's in here again? Some damn folks is no one always leaving the gate on the rooftop garden open.
Oh, now I'm so glad that there were children that could see that today. Not only was that.
A friend of mine recently down at the daycare center is empty up city ward, and he said some folks were acting mighty strange. I don't know what it is, but do you know anything about it? He said they were always used to be real friendly, but something's been wrong lately. And tell you what, though, if you get a chance, I'd like to go I'd ask you to go down there and shake some sense into them. I've been telling a lot of people that, though I don't think anyone's done it yet, though.
We already did that.
They were fixed all along, golly. Well, hey, I super appreciate you checking about the situation. About time someone done it. Give this guy a little thank you. He hasn't hatched yet. Egg.
Send Yogi to the box.
This egg is randomized. It completely depends on your save file, or it depends on when you talk to her.
So,
I think it's a ducklet. Wait.
Wait, hold on. Are there any goose Pokemon?
I don't think so.
Because it would be really cool if there was a goose Pokemon, and it was a fighting/flying type.
That acted like a water type.
That acted like a water type. Like, you look at it, it's got all the blue highlights, you think that it's normal, but then it just turns out that it's a very pissed off bird.
No, like, by acts like a water type, I mean like how Noctowl acts like a psychic type.
Meaning?
It has psychic type moves in its set.
So it's good for type coverage, is what you're saying?
Thank you!
Bless you.
Thank you. Take the Cricketot.
Why would I take the Cricketot?
I can give you one reason.
It's not going to be a reason good enough to put a Cricketot in my party.
Diddly-lily!
That's not a reason good enough to put a Cricketot in my party.
Yes, it is! Best
Not in this game!
call ever.
Not in this game!
Jen, you can't fight crime if you ain't cute.
You can't fight crab if you ain't cute?
I said you can't fight crime if you ain't cute.
I can fight crab just fine. I've already done it. And I does it good.
And if memory serves, you didn't have to use a Mega Evolution or a Z. And he had to use both.
Scrumpy.
Asshole.
Little birdie told me you were coming here to challenge my sister. But see, I know you, Scrumpy. You don't deserve to challenge her. You're not good enough. And I'm not going to let you. Trey, go tell those other kids not to let Scrumpy in. Sky, go hit the switch for the gate.
Oh my god. He's hanging around with bros.
Maybe you don't understand why I'm doing this, Scrumpy. It's not like I'm trying to stick up for the Flowbot. It's just a matter of our family and our school's pride. And you're not worthy.
What a fucking dick! Like, I didn't know this shit was a goddamn frat or anything. Oh my god, it's totally
Why
a
does
frat.
everybody here have water types?
It's totally a frat. Fuckboys they have names like Trey, Blaine,
Dirk.
Come on! Dirk? Wait, hold on. The only Dirk, actually, yeah, the only Dirk that I respect
Is in
wears
Homestuck.
anime shades. Shut.
There's also the name Blake.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, there's just so many fucking stereotypical white bread names. Why are there so many stereotypical white bread names? Dirk is the single most dickish name ever.
Yeah,
You know
that's why
what?
it's only one letter away from Dick.
You know what, Ellie? You are absolutely correct. However, there is a single Dirk out there that deserves respect.
Oh,
What the fuck?
fantastic.
What the fuck? Why? What in the shit fucking goddamn?
Dupiter has Water Bubble.
What's water bubble?
Water Bubble is a fantastic ability that is, that only Dupiter and, Araquanid have. Water Bubble both increases the power of Water-type moves and reduces the, damage done by Fire-type moves. It might have some other effect, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh hey, just after that battle, there's a Pokemon Center conveniently right inside.
Yep, that's why I didn't go back to heal this time.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Learning
I was
ama-
wondering.
Yeah.
Read the books, Jen. Read the books.
Pokemon by base stat total, read. Total 300 Bagon, Baltoy, Beldum, Bellsprout, Bronzor, Krogunk, Dino, Dratini, Geodude, Gibble, Clink, Larvitar, Minccino, Pikachu, Poliwag, Remoraid, Sandshrew, Snorunt, Snubble. 302 Gulpin, 303 Golbat and Yamask, 305 Carvana, Cubchoo, Ducklet, Furseed, Machop, Mankey, Numel, Shelder, Shelmet, Smoochum, Timber, Vanillite, and Venonat. The rest of the pages are torn out.
Motherfuckers!
Calculating total power. There are 3 factors in determining the end of power of an attack. Firstly, the base power of a move. Let's take the move Confusion, for example. Confusion is 50 base power. Next, apply the multiplier on base type effectiveness. If Confusion is used on a Mankey, a fighting type, it'll be super effective. Therefore, the power is doubled to 100. If it were used on a Krogunk, for instance, it would be effective twice, and it would be doubled again to 200. Finally, double factor in the same type attack bonus, or STAB for short, stab. This is a bonus for when Pokemon use an attack of its own type. In other words, a Confusion attack on a Kadabra will be stronger than the same attack from Venonat because Kadabra is psychic. It will be 1.5 times more effective, so if Venonat uses Confusion on Krogunk, the total power would be 200. If Kadabra uses it, then the total power would be 300, and it's as simple as that. All about Huntail. National Dex number 367. Huntail is a unique species of turns of evolution. Its pre-evolution Clamperl may come from Huntail or its sister species, Gorbis, depending on which item it is traded. Huntail retains different strengths than Gorbis, however, and is much more physically based move pool to complement its boosted attack stat. Additionally, where Gorbis is a natural move pool takes on a psychic pseudo-type. You see, this is what I mean by, Pokemon...
like.
Yeah, behaves like. Gorbis behaves like a psychic type. Huntail is said to be fall out of a dark type. Regardless, Huntail remains a fantastic contrast from a scientific standpoint in the impacts of items of evolution. Discharge versus Lava Plume. Discharge and Lava Plume, both attacks discovered in the Gen 4 era, possess very similar traits. Each one has 100% accuracy, 80 base power, and affect all adjacent Pokemon on the field. They both also have a 30% chance to inflict status. However, whereas Discharge is Electric type, Lava Plume is Fire. Accordingly, they inflict different statuses from Paralysis and Burn, respectively. Also notable, whereas Discharge is learned by a wide variety of Pokemon, only 15 Pokemon learn Lava Plume. This is the shit I live for.
Drugs. They're like drugs for your brain. So you're the brat, huh? Okay. Tristy! Wow! Frickin' sorority bitch name.
Yes, Water Bubble also prevents burn. Ellie's right. That's the effect I was forgetting. I think that was in the back of my head, but it just didn't want to... Why are there so many water Pokemon here?
Go! Slime! What will slime do? Slime! You sludge. This was the best decision I've made.
This was my idea.
But you gave me a couple of options.
You're the one who wanted to name him Slop.
We could have met in the middle. We could have named him Slop, ...
But I wanted to name him Slime, ...
Dot. You're the one the boss wanted.
You're the one the boss wanted.
Oh no! Ew. Amnesia. I like this.
We were gonna lose a new move, but I forgot what it was.
Really?
Can't have nice things. Ellie, is that a what? Is that a what?
Close.
Excuse me, sir. Would you say that there is currently a marijuana problem in the Reborn region?
No, but I have too much saliva in my mouth.
Huh? What did you say?
Students roll cluster. I need a distraction.
Elder Landon. Oh my god, another frat boy name.
I'm so angry. I am so pee. Thanks for your anal beads.
Hey, can we pick those up? Jen,
What?
can we pick up the anal beads?
No.
Why? I wasn't saying that to you. I was saying that to the fact that this Wooper has like 0.25 hit points left.
Overkill much?
Yeah,
Really, St. Helen?
I can't hear any sound effects, so I gotta make my own. I am sneaky. So very sneaky.
You're a furry yourself.
Yeah, I read it the exact same way. Hey, I'm not a furry. I am the Yif Master General. Thank you very much.
So are you liking warriors?
I'm walking away for a second. Fuck you.
Stupid, stupid, I just have enough points in here and the arcade system goes down. Stupid, I quit, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. Hey, you know what? Take this, I don't need it anymore, I'm moving on. Yes. Stupid. Open. Ooh. Interesting. Okay then. How about Beartick, the freezing Pokemon? Evolving from Cubchoo at level 37, Beartick is a unique Pokemon whose abilities allow it to thrive in multiple kinds of weather. So the Snowcloak ability, once one of the precious fuel hail-dependent tactics, grants it an extra evasion in the snow. On the other hand, it's one of the only two non-water types to get the Swift Swim ability, augmenting its lackluster speed. Because of its unique ability with Swift Swim, Beartick is a great addition to any green team looking about to balance their types. Nevertheless, Beartick's most notable claim to fame must be its access to the ability Slush Rush. Best of the both worlds among the other abilities, doubling its speed and making strong use of Hail's full potential, Beartick can become a fantastic sweeper. Looking at those to run Ice-type and Hail-type teams should absolutely consider adopting this majestic Pokemon for their ranks.
Bears.
Bears.
Ooh. Protective pads! All about Honchkrow, the big boss Pokemon! Honchkrow, like its pre-evolution Murkrow, is a dark flying type obtained by applying a Dusk Stone to a Murkrow. Apply stone to bird. Its abilities include Insomnia, Super Luck, and most notably Moxie. Honchkrow is a great abuser of the move Sucker Punch, and proper timing combined with the Moxie ability can make Honchkrow a devastating force. However, by evolving into Honchkrow, a trainer could miss out on Murkrow's super utile prankster abilities, so make sure you use it wisely. Oh, I knew all of that! Study notes, answers to Mr. Beltry's final. Oh. Somebody get a lot of trouble if this was found.
Okay, so do you remember? Go ahead.
Beat Up is a unique move. This Dark-type attack inflicts damage multiple times based on the number of healthy Pokemon in the user's party. For instance, with 4 Pokemon, it'll attack 4 times. However, the power of each hit is always dependent on the user's stats. The power of each hit is determined by the attacking stat of the user, ignoring any boost and dividing it by 10 and adding 5 to the result. Naturally, a high attack Dark-type is the best to use it. Handwriting's missed me, not missed for the text. Focus is learned citizen for Fire Blast and a release of Sod Swagger. Magically charmed growls. Guard on pass after you. focus, punch, water, pulse, shock, wave, function, power, and the rest is illegible.
Okay. So, I have a derailed train of thought. I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Fuck you for getting me into Warrior.
Hey look! It'll evolve into a not-so-powerful unpheasant. Ba ba ba. Finally, a Pokemon that St. Helen can take on. Watch as I'm proven wrong.
Alright, not bad, not bad.
Give me more power.
Must construct additional pylons. Oh, you know that. That feeling when you get that rank 10 magnitude? Oh yeah. So Jen.
Yeah?
Would you? Oh, so excuse me, officer. Would you say that there is a marijuana problem in I wouldn't say it's a problem since everybody has it.
Personal diary of Amaria.
Oh, saucy.
Ew. Ew. You remember who Amaria is, right?
Yes, she is another gym leader and one of the girls that got involved in the Pulse Tangrowth tentacle porn video that we filmed last session.
Should you really read this?
Yes! I want to know if she enjoyed the tentacle porn. I don't know, diary. Yes, she did.
I don't know, diary. I knew I could have everything a girl could possibly want. I have lots of friends, an amazing partner, a great education in life, but it doesn't feel like it. I always try to smile and be cheery. I'm very good at it, apparently, or else I might not have made a cheerleader captain. I guess I was secretly hoping that it could make me happy on the inside, too. But I guess that was naive. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling like I'm always drowning. Tanya tries her best for me, I know that, and I appreciate it so much. But in the end, would it make a difference? I'll see you in Meaningless tomorrow with another false smile.
Oh no. Jen?
What?
Go to Amaria now.
Where is she? Tell me where she is.
She's at the gym.
Which gym?
The first gym.
That one's not Amaria.
Oh.
Amaria was the blue-haired chick that was wrapped up in all the Pulse stuff.
Yeah,
Julia
like
is the cheer captain with the green hair that was the electric-type gym leader, and she had the electrode.
She likes blowing shit up.
The personal
But
diary
seriously-
of Titania.
Who's Titania?
Another gym leader. Amaria was actually mentioning her as Tanya in her diary, so this is the same person.
Ah, there.
So you think it's so cool to go around reading other people's diaries, hoping you'll find some dirt on me in here, or maybe some weeping emotional confession? A little piece of advice: if you want to get to know someone, go talk to them. Don't creep around in their private files. But if this is the kind of person you are, don't bother trying to talk to me.
Oh my fucking god!
You've never
I love
even met
already.
her, and you already love her.
No, it's just like I'm a fan of So Crazy Prepared.
Fairy
Like,
tales.
The best example of it that I have to offer,
Mhm.
for those of you that are aware of Homestar Runner, like way back in the day, there's a scene where Strong Sad winds up throwing snowballs at his brother Strong Bad in the middle of the summer. And Strong Bad's like, wait, where did you get those? And Strong Sad's response is, I've been stockpiling these since 2nd grade! I love that kind of character.
Hold on.
Davian, allow me to explain to you a thing. Every time I meet a character that is like that is basically that has contingency plans for their contingency plans, like Urahara from Bleach before it got terrible. That is the kind of character that makes me hurt.
History and literature have an awful habit of letting little girls wander past the forest's edge, only to be swallowed up by any number of enchantments beyond. She awakens in a tower, stone, cold, alone. A dragon guards her, its fangs bared to the world, brimstone breath, and faithfully reserved for whatever metal-clad ignoramus thinks himself so mighty that even fire may not char his miserable flesh. But there's only one who can slay the beast, the one to whom its back is turned.
Now you see, I have...
Ooh.
Let's read the Reborn
Dear Diary, this will be my final entry. The retention of emotions has proven veritably counterproductive. Irrational thoughts and feelings remain a severe detriment to work efficiency. Moreover, they appear to invariably breed scorn in those with whom they are shared. This writer has lost so much on behalf of these turbulent, confounding variables. Emotional excision has thereby been deemed necessary, beginning with the termination of archival. Farewell. Personal Diary of Julia.
Where's the kaboom? Don't open it! Don't open it!
So, something super duperly cool happened today. I made cheerleading captain. Many booms are had, but I feel bad. Hey, that rhymes. Maybe I can work that into a cheer. Anyway, I feel bad because Amy had to give up her spot. Or, well, she didn't have to, but she did. But she recommended that I take her place, and I did. Amy was such a great captain, though. I can't imagine why she wanted to leave. And then afterwards, I wanted to go out to celebrate, but Tanya and Amy were hanging out in their room like usual, so it was just Rini. And of course, Rini never wants to go anywhere, so because she's too shy and all, social interaction is not a productive blah 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 blah. So here I am. I think I'll just go to sleep. Nighties Diary.
Oh my god.
Listen, I think you're really cool, and I was just wondering if you wanted to maybe grab some out sometime. I mean, grab a bite, go out. Damn it. Okay, calm down. I've got this.
No, you don't.
These are streets that you come here, but they usually don't have to come upstairs. Are you lost?
No, some assholes locked me out.
You're sly. Don't move. I've been saving these in the freezer since I was 8! Cartoon chomp sound effect. How did you miss? Wait? Huh? Bug bite can miss?
Haha! You've been poisoned. Oh, the pain is unbearable. My stomach's riddled with holes. Is there no man who can defeat this Russian? The flute-busting Russian.
I'm setting up on the field seeds that have been growing around the region. I heard that in Alola there's 4 types of seeds for electric, grass, mist, and psychic. But the seeds that grow in Reborn are entirely different. There's 4 types: elemental, magical, telluric, and synthetic. Apparently each of them has different effects depending on the type of terrain that activates them. But they do have limitations. Each terrain can only activate 1 type, and they can only be used once before they disappear. It seems like I'll have to study harder to learn all the effects. Why don't you try this and see it for yourself? Telluric seed.
So wait, now we can use frickin' the shits?
I'm not sure if I want to try this out, though.
Well, no,
I'll have to experiment, but I'll also have to buy a lot of the seeds in order to use them.
You are going to have to experiment.
Oh shit, it's the boy Trey.
What a douchebag.
What a douchebag. Also, apparently clocks go backwards tonight.
Which means I get an extra hour of sleep.
Chomp.
By the way, fuck daylight savings.
Same.
Also, did nobody look at the freaking image in the chat?
I can't look at the image in the chat. I'm doing this.
You could if you wanted to.
I am doing this, my dude.
Basically, it's Mike Wazowski, but with the coloring, eye style, and horns of Vriska Circuit.
What was the Pokemon that was coming out?
Just send down to Penimate and call it a day. Jen,
What?
I know what you're thinking. Why are you like this? Wait, what the fuck is Shellos evolving to?
Shellos evolves into Gastrodon.
Oh, like Squeegee?
Huh? The squeegee boy.
Squeegee.
Also, Pokemon Go theory. I want to hypothesize that the two forms of Shellos and Gastrodon are going to be regional, with the west forms being on the west hemisphere, so the Americas, and the east forms being on the east hemisphere, so Eurasia, Africa, and Australia.
By the way, Davian, you're welcome.
I can't get any of these questions. I guess I have to read up. I think the answers are in the books around the school, even just the ones lying on the floor. What a mess. Fast and Furious Pokemon.
You mean happy birthday to the ground?
Let's talk about speed! It's a crucial element of winning battles, knowing whether you or your opponent will then move first, so it's important to know how fast each Pokemon is. Let's take a look at the fastest. Deoxys speed form reigns king, but its normal attack forms aren't far behind. However, Ninjak actually takes second place. After that, it's Electrode at 150, Axelgor at 145 speed, and Zeraora at 143. Yikes. Down from there, there's a 5-way tie between Crobat, Jolteon, Aerodactyl, Tapu Koko, and Mewtwo at just 130. Then Meloetta's Pirouette form and the Sky form Shaman come after there, followed shortly by Talonflame. Finally, Swellow, Revile, Marshadow, and Darkrai finish out the list with just 125 base speed. That's it for the fastest Pokemon known to date, not including Megas! Megas notwithstanding. Study up. What number is Huntail in the National Dex?
It's 365 or something like that.
We saw the book. We saw the book. Where was the bitch? $367.
67. I was close. I was closer than you were. Who the fuck is this bitch? Liffy?
Never heard of her.
Yeah, no, it sounds like lithium to me, which means like up the vote.
Lithium!
Nicey, I'm thinking of the goddamn Nirvana song.
I'm thinking of the Evanescence song.
I didn't even know that Evanescence had a song called this.
Yep. Why did I miss?
I'm not gonna crack. I kill you. I'm gonna crack. No, never heard that one. Acid spray. Acid spray. So Jen,
Huh?
can I tell you about a bad dream I had last night?
What kind of bad dream did you have last night?
So, in the dark of the night, I was crossing and turning. The nightmare that I had was as bad as can be. I was scared, like, out of my wits, you know? I was a corpse, falling to bits. Then I opened my eyes, and a nightmare. I was once the most mystical man in all Russia. But the royals betrayed me, they made a mistake. My curse made each of them pay, but one little girl got away. Little Anya, beware, Rasputin's awake.
Rah, rah, Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine.
Russia's queen.
Moves that never miss? That's like Swift and Aerial Ace, right? True or false? Areas that have field effects can increase or change the power, accuracy, and type of some attacks. Correct. What is Corso's base stat total? That one wasn't in the book.
It's about 300, though.
Yeah, it's like 300 something.
Erg. I was once the most mystical man in Russia.
Base stat total 410.
410? Damn it! Only 10 points short.
True or false? Field effects can have special characteristics that may dramatically alter a battle. Correct. At what level does a Cupchew evolve? 37?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Alright. Jen.
Jack.
Jen.
Jack.
Jenny ass.
Jackass.
Use a fucking dingus.
So is you.
Yeah, but you're a bigger dingus.
Says whom?
Says me. Hey, Jen. I don't know why, but I just got a really bad thing pass through my head.
Yeah?
Charlie singing Dream On by Aerosmith. How
about Starmie?
That is not a ninja.
You know what, I might as well. Starmie, the evolved one of Staryu, boasts greatly improved stats and viability from its pre-evolution. Regrettably, the natural move pool is not one of Starmie's strengths. Like most stone-evolved Pokemon, its natural moves become severely limited. In fact, it officially learns only 7 moves naturally, with 6 of them being at level 1. These moves include Water Gun, Swift, Rapid Spin, and Recover. The final move is Confuse Ray, learned at level 40. All in all, the choice to evolve Staryu is best made after it has already learned the moves it'll use.
So what I'm hearing is, star me a bitch. Sky. What a douchebag.
Of course he has an Eevee.
Yeah, he's like a basic bitch.
What a basic bitch! Starmie, the evolved form of Staraptor, says Ellie.
Ellie, I have a question for you. Why are you like this? I was born this way, I was born this way, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. I'm not apologizing. Jen.
Huh?
Jen.
Hello? Hello?
President Obama?
President Obama?
I'm doing anything.
Please, Mr. Obama, help me, I'm scared.
Perish.
Anything for you, Mr. Obama.
So, Jen, I'm planning on, I'm actually planning on going up for community theater soon.
Huh?
I'm planning on trying out for the local community theater soon.
Ooh. That sounds like...
I don't know what play that they're going to be doing. I'm just hoping it's not. Because I couldn't carry a tune if it fucking had handles. But I've
Oh, you mean that,
already
KT?
prepared...
Look, tell friend I gave you hell, okay?
Well, if you see my face, I'ma give you hell, I'ma give you hell. But, so, can I share with you the monologue that I've been preparing?
Not quite yet. I think Fern's up ahead.
Alright, so we'll at least start the fight with him. And then I will do the thing. Hey, Fern! Lucy, I'm home!
Dusclops NFP tank. Although outshined offensively by its evolution Dusknoir, Dusclops, an evolution itself is of the pure ghost type Duskull, has some new options in combat. Thanks to the popularization of the item Eviolite, in which boosts the defenses of unevolved Pokemon, Dusclops is able to function as a supreme stall. With defenses reaching in the 500s, Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split for staying power. It's good to take on good strong Ghost or Dark type to KO Dusclops. For other options, consider Shadow Sneak, Night Trade, or Confuse Ray.
Okay, so I have a question. What's an NT?
I don't know.
I mean, I know what NTR is, but...
Well, some kids can't do anything right, can they? Look, Scrumpy,
well,
really, don't take it personally. You're just a loser. Plain and simple. So really, by not letting you embarrass yourself in our gym, I'm doing you a favor. And you won't even thank me. But it's fine. I gotcha. Now turn around, go home, and give up. Yeah, I didn't really think you'd be smart enough to listen to me. Fine. Have your way, man.
Yeah, it's fucking Burger King. I will have it my way. Jen?
Oh. Of course you lead with your stupid sunglasses, duck.
Jen?
Yeah?
I have a question for you.
What?
Could you do me a favor?
Kick his ass?
No. Kill him slowly. Alright, you ready for the thing?
Yes, go ahead.
So you want to hear a story, huh? What about treasure hunters? Well, then I have a story for you. One door. This is our home. But make no mistake, this is not some planet of peace and love. They say that it is barren, that it is a wasteland, that only a fool would search for something of value. Well then, I suppose that I am a fool. You see, there is a legend. Many people tell it the legend of the vault. Now my father, he would always go on and on about the vault, even with his dying breath. Advanced alien technology, infinite wealth, fame, power. So naturally, the kiddos, they hear some stories and they grow up to become what are called vault. It seems very strange, but I assure you that every word of it is true. There is a, let's call her a guardian angel that showed up to help the vault. And that, my friends, is where our story begins. With the brave vault hunters, with the beautiful guardian angel, and, most importantly,
with me! Yeah, I didn't think this would go well. Oh, it's going better now.
Well, oh, I see what you did.
Slap some chocolate on a skunk, it'll go well.
Wait a second. I have a question.
What?
If we give chocolate ice cream to a dog-type Pokemon, will they be poisoned?
No, but wouldn't that be funny?
It would be fucking hilarious. Well, you're just a plucky little bastard, ain't you? Come on, kill it. Yeah! Down goes Putman! Down goes Putman!
Ooh, bite! Better than scratch.
He did snack.
Seriously, how do you pronounce that name? Depetamine?
Depetamine.
Depetamine.
Actually, in retrospect, it should have been Lepetamine. But I did not consider this because I'm an idiot. Ellie says to make him into snack. You're just lowering all of the defenses, aren't you?
If it's gonna be using Mega Drain, then yes. Yeah, I didn't think this would go well. Do 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 da 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 da. Okay.
By the way, Jen.
Huh?
Apparently, everybody hating Incineroar is exactly what Incineroar wants. You know why, right?
Yes. This isn't over. You're infuriating, really. You think you're so cool just because you're doing the whole gym league thing, huh? No, you know what? Two can play that game, Scrumpy. If a second-rate trainer like you can do it, then I wouldn't have any problem sweeping the Reborn League. I think I should thank you, Scrumpy. But I'm not going to. I've got things to do. Later, loser. Oh, if only, Davian. If only.
If only what?
If only we could beat him to a pulp and take half of his money. Why would we take half of his money when he's beaten to a pulp and unconscious when we could take all of his money?
And his Pokemon, too!
Ooh. This boy's selling... No,
He's
thanks.
selling the feel-good juice.
I have too much feel-good... I already have enough feel-good juice.
Take a fucking sip, babes.
So... I think Florinia is gonna be really tough, hard, tard.
Crazy.
So you've done your reading after all. Well, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Scrumpy, you're in Florinia's gym. Okay, so Florinia's fighting style is a little bit different from what you might expect from a grass leader. Her team is centered around sand. Her Desert Rose fighting style can be tricky. She'll try to stall you out and take you down with residual sand damage when other status effects. Florinia is all about knowledge and strategy, so try something a little different from that to beat her. Maybe you can find a way to abuse the sand to get lucky, even if she insists that that's not a factor. Or pick something that hits hard and power through before she can get her own effects going. Brains over bronze, if you will. Good luck. I think I want to grind a little bit before I do this.
Yeah, because it sounds like... Alright, so it sounds like with the sand effects and the frickin' grass typing, that St. Helen is going to be our most valuable ally.
Yeah, that's why I got St. Helen. Because he's not going to take any... What the fuck? Because he's not going to take any damage from the sand. But at the same time, he's going to get hit neutrally with grass type attacks, so it would be a double-edged sword.
Daily cutie.
How'd you dance?
I have found a way to stop the unstoppable beast. No? Nothing? Jen!
Huh?
I have found a way to stop the unstoppable beam.
Why was it no fair that I had a whole team of 6 Pokemon and you didn't?
You know, you can catch your own Pokemon. That's a thing you can do. Spend all of our fucking money on coins.
Nope.
Is this Minesweeper?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. This is the last place. Fuck!
This is fucking Minesweeper, isn't it? Oh, I see how it works now. It's a logic puzzle.
Yeah, it has more strategy than,
Wait, that row has none. Jen,
Okay.
the second column from the right has no electrodes.
yeah.
So you can flip over those two. The bottom two in the second column.
Bottom two in the second. Yeah, I don't want to do that, though. Fine. 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 Be it. Okay.
Try the ones that spaces.
Alright.
Now.
And this is how I got my trap inch. I just did a whole bunch of Voltorb flip. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay here.
Aww.
I'm just showing you that I know how to do Voltorb flip.
I could probably be really good at Voltorb Flip with a little bit of experience.
Voltorb flip was in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It was the first instance of it, and it replaced slot machines entirely. So
Yay.
there's that bit of trivia for you.
It's a game of strategery.
Yep.
So,
So,
while we grind, what should we talk about?
I don't know what you want to talk about.
I don't know what you want to talk about.
I don't know what you want to talk about.
I don't know what you want to talk about.
Something that's not this.
Okay, that's fair. So, alright, give me a second to go get a soda, and I will return an option. Alright?
Yep. So how's your guys' nights? I'm sorry there's grinding in almost every episode. But it's a necessary evil. Of course you missed. No! No! Why is this Bonlight such a dick? Bonlight.
Alright. So, did I ever tell you about the fanfic that I wrote that is partially based on personal experience?
No.
It's a fanfiction for Ruby.
Okay.
You sound so apprehensive.
Too bad, bitch. Dying, dying. Death, death. Help, help. Barf, barf, barf. Oh, I'm kidding.
Motherfucker! I can't believe you're like this. But I wound up writing an Arcos fanfic because you know what? Best ship. Fuck everything else. I like Lancaster, but Arcos was what was meant to be. Anyway, now that I've
This
got
man
that-
has many feelings for Ruby.
What?
This man has many feelings for Ruby.
You know what? Yes, I have many feelings for Ruby. Wait, are you caught up? Like, all the way through season 5?
Think so?
So
I know there's a new season coming out.
Yeah. Okay, so you're caught up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you know about Hazel's semblance, right?
Hazel's semblance? Who's Hazel again?
Hazel. He's basically the beefy Bara daddy that's a bad guy and has a really...
Oh yeah. He sticks chunks in his arms.
Let me just freaking stab myself with some crystals. Crystal healing? Nah, this is crystal harming, fam.
So, chunks, huh?
So chunks, huh? Oh my god.
That's not the
Also-
type of guy I would imagine with the name of Hazel, though. Hazel sounds more like a girl's name, and it sounds like a girl's name for a girl who is really,
And it
small.
sounds like a girl's... Like a small, sweet kind of girl?
Yes, a small, sweet kind of girl.
But what if Hazel was his dead sister's name and he just adopted that name after she passed so he wouldn't forget her?
Is that really what happened?
Nah, I'm just saying as a what if. Because you know what? That's happened in media that I've partaken in before. Anyway, so I'd like to share with you the story of my first ever metal con. Have I told you this story, Jen?
I don't think so.
Would you guys like to hear the story of my first ever metal concert?
Oh, metal concert, that's what you said.
Yes, metal concert, not meta concert.
I didn't hear anything.
Davian wants to hear the story. Davian's word is now law.
Okay, Davian.
So, let's go through a freaking Wayne's World style time vortex. All the way back to the year... Fuck. It was 2015. Wait. Oh, yeah, it was 2015. Because I was 20 years old, I wasn't legally able to drink yet, but that didn't fucking stop me. So, my folks are out of town.
Sirens blaring.
So, I wind up, I'm house sitting for the family. It's around about 8 o'clock at night. I'm sitting down to watch one of my favorite frickin' rom-coms, Hitch. You've seen it, right, Jen?
Seen what? The rom? I don't watch a TV.
Okay, it's basically, it's a Will Smith movie where he serves as a quote-unquote date doctor. And it's really good. You should watch it. So,
The Love
anyway,
Doctor.
Well, yeah. So I'm sitting down to watch Hitch. And I'm relaxed. I've got Rupert laying on my chest because Rupert is a big boy and he is shaped like a friend. May he rest in peace. And I get ready to start the movie and I get a text message from my friend Sarah. Now, just to give you a little bit of information about Sarah, Sarah is petite. All right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like maybe 5 feet tall, maybe 105, soaking wet. And she is also probably one of the single most terrifying people that I know.
And yet she weighs more than me despite being smaller than me.
It's muscle. She does martial arts.
That explains it then. I'm
I-
5'4" and 100 pounds soaking wet.
I still have scars on my hands from the things that she did to me. But I don't hold it against her. She's good. So I get a text from Sarah, and Sarah's like, "Hey, are you busy tonight?" And I say, "No, house, getting ready to put on Hitch." And she's like, "Oh my fucking god, you've watched that movie 6 times this month already." And I said, 3? She says, "The month is still young." So and this is during the summer, so it's like, it's June. It's July, just after my birthday, so it's early in July. And she's like, "All right, here's the deal. here's what I'm gonna need you to do. I'm gonna need you to put on jeans, a black T-shirt, put in your contacts, and make sure you're wearing steel-toed boots. All right. So I just say, what? She says, we'll be there in 15. We? What we? So I'm flipping out, but I know that she's not going to take no for an answer, and she knows where I keep my spare key stashed. So I decide to go upstairs. I put on a pair of jeans. I borrow a pair of my dad's old steel-toed boots from when he was in the military. Put in my contacts. And the thing is, I didn't have a black shirt because all of them were getting ready to go into the wash. Like, they were all dirty. But I did have a, forest green shirt that has the words "dark creature of unspeakable evil" written across it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the A in dark looks like an O.
Dork.
Dork creature of unspeakable evil. So, 15 minutes after the fact, Sarah rings my doorbell. I come downstairs, and I open the door to see this freaking 5'0" 105-pound gal standing there in armor. Like, not full plate, but she's wearing a shirt of chainmail, pauldrons, greaves, and van braces. Basically, shoulder plates, shin plates, and forearm plates.
So the whole deal.
No, not the whole deal. I mean, it's not like she's not wearing a breastplate, a helmet, gauntlets, stuff like that. She didn't have sabatons either. But I wind up, I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, the fuck? She says, get in, loser, we're going to a metal concert. Just like Regina George from Mean Girls.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
And I just say, wait, we're going where? She says, we're going to a metal concert. And I say, I don't think so. She looks me dead in the face and says, do you really think that you can stop me? So I box up the dogs and I get in the fuck. Now, the thing is, Sarah and Tim, I knew Tim through work. He was there for about 2 weeks, then literally got to a point where our fucking heroin head manager pissed him off so much that Tim punched him in the face and quit that day. It was beautiful. So I go out to the car, and it's Tim's car. Now, the thing is that Tim's car could be considered unobtrusive at best and downright boring at worst. Like, this is the kind of car where you could have it driving down the road, blasting a remix of Ice-T's It's Your Birthday. No, wait, it's not Ice-T. It's 50 Cent's It's Your Birthday and the Thomas the Tank Engine theme, while the cab is full of clowns and nobody would give it a second look.
Where does Grinding Ellie?
Huh?
Where does Grinding Ellie?
Yeah, we're just grinding. Because I'm out here grinding. So the thing is, Sarah gets into the front seat, I get into the back seat, and in the back seat is a freaking goddess. And I'd had a crush on her for a little while. And by a little while, I mean about 2, maybe 3 months. Because I met Lana when Tim invited me over to his house for a game night. And she's really sweet, really cool, long, dark hair. Basically, she looks like a young version of Amy Lee from Evanescence.
I think I know exactly something that you've been talking to me about.
What?
We're gonna talk later after the stream.
Ah.
So go on.
So basically, she looks like a young version of Amy, and the outfit is doing her lots of favors. Like, alright, so, those pants people used to wear back when we were in middle school? That look like they're way too fucking big?
And they have all those belts.
And they have all the belts and chains and studs in them?
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing a pair of those and actually making them look... All right,
Okay.
and she's also wearing a leather corset
Ooh.
that is making her look very good. I was a young, hormone-addled 20-year-old. I noticed these things. So, I wind up going to, so I wind up getting in the back seat, and we drive off. And Tim looks over his shoulder at me, and when he speaks, it basically sounds like if you put Bane's voice from The Dark Knight Rises into a meat grinder. Like, he's wearing a freaking mouthpiece that has a voice distorter, and I can tell that he's wearing a freaking trench coat. This is the summer in Las Vegas. And this guy is walking around wearing a trench coat. Didn't realize the full extent of this man's insanity until we got out of the car, but I'll get to that in a bit. So, I'm saying, okay, so you're taking me to a metal car. What the fuck? And Lana starts explaining, okay, so there's this band called Carcass, they're in town, and we had 4 people in mind. One of us dropped out, and we decided to invite you along. And I said, oh, well, thank you. And then someone says, yeah, none of our A-list could make it. And I'm just like, gee, Tim, thanks. Thanks a bunch. So, but as we're driving along, we're driving into basically the middle of the desert on the south side of town in order to go to this concert. And Sarah is explaining to me the intricacies of the mosh. Wait, Ellie, what are you saying oof to? But
I think the fact
Jen,
that we're not catching a grass type.
But Jen, do you know what I mean by the intricacies of the mosh?
The mosh pit?
Yes. There are special there is like a alright, so basically there is a warrior code for the mosh.
Okay.
She said, rule number 1, equal opportunity moshing. If you see a girl in there that you think is kind of cute, or a guy in there that you think is kind of cute, wait until you're both outside the mosh before you start trying to spit game at her. You're both in there to get the lead out, not to get it on. Rule number 2, fight nobody. And I said, and I look at her and I say, wait, isn't that what a mosh pit is, a giant fight? She says, no, and she explains herself saying, no, what I mean is don't single out a certain person for you to brawl with. Because if you guys have beef, you can settle it outside the mosh. Like I said, everyone's there to have a good time, not to settle beef. If you want to basically go into an underground fight, if you want to go into a freaking fight club, then I can take you to an underground metal concert next week that's really good. And I said, no, thanks. What's the next rule? Rule number 3, don't throw elbows. Excuse me? She says, don't throw elbows. Because one of those catches somebody in a place that they don't, in a place that's sensitive, they might be down for the count, potentially injured for the remainder of the evening. You don't want to do that to someone when they're just looking for a good time. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Basically, arms in, hands up by your head, and go with the flow. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, that's gonna hurt a lot. So we wind up getting to the concert, and you could tell where the concert was because off in the distance, you see flamethrowers. Oh god, Ellie, I love you. Anyway, so the thing is, you could tell that we were getting close because off in the distance, you could see flamethrowers shooting up like 60-foot high gouts of fire into the air, and there were a bunch of other cars that looked like as remarkably unobtrusive as Tim's on the road. All right, so we get to the concert. We find our parking space. We go up to the gate, and the thing is that there are some people that there are a bunch of guys that have freaking like the metal detector wand in hand. As we're getting up there. So Tim scans all 4 of our tickets, and keep in mind that when Tim steps out of the car, I see that he is wearing a trench coat that, like, comes up to under his chin and goes all the way down to just above his ankles. Buttoned up. And covered in chains and studs and belts and zippers. I was surprised this guy wasn't cooked already. Because, yeah, it was in the evening, but the thing is, Vegas summer nights are still above 100 degrees most of the time. Especially when you get close to July and August. So, So the thing is, they just wave Tim and Sarah through. They give Lana a once-over, and then they wave her through. I'm the only one that gets the wand because I'm the only one that's wearing even reasonably normal clothes. And of course, I'm not angry about it. I got my cell phone, I got that sort of thing. The spare key for the house, because I didn't want to be jostling around in a mosh pit with my regular keys. That would hurt. And we go inside, and they have a couple of beverage booths set up. They have a couple of food vendors set up, and it's, and I'm surprised by how many nice people there are. Because the thing is, something that a lot of people don't realize about metalheads is that, the casual metalhead is actually like a really fucking nice person. So we make our way in. And of course, Lana, Sarah, and Tim are all greeting people that they've known. And they all, and of course they're like, hey, it's so good to see you. Fantastic. By the way, this is our friend Jack. He's never been to a concert before. Don't be nice to him. And I'm just like, you know what? Y'all are fucking assholes. So, but of course, everybody was absolutely wonderful. Right? And the opening band comes out. They do a couple of songs. And as we're standing in the crowd listening along to the songs, Tim unbuttons a couple of buttons on his coat, reaches into his breast pocket, and pulls out a flask. He looks over at me and says, "You're gonna need this." And I said, "Why?" He says, "You're gonna be in a mosh pit. You're gonna want something to dull the pain."
I have several questions.
What are your several questions?
Pain?
It's a mosh pit.
Pain?
Listen, you don't just wind up having a bunch of people crash into you, possibly punching, throwing hands all over the place, and not expect to get a couple of bruises.
Ooh! One of the 15 Pokemon that can get Lava Plume, and we got it so early. Oh my god. Ooh!
This pleases me. So, do you have any additional questions, Jen?
I don't think so.
Does the audience have any additional questions? Now we're cooking with gas.
Oh no. Better not have sturdy. And you better not use copycat. Fuck! Why? Tip, I am so fucking angry.
Ellie, what's your question? Was catch her your question?
Did you die?
Actually, on the contrary, I think that was the first night that I had truly...
That was the first night you've ever died?
No. I said that was the first night in a long time that I felt like I truly lived. I mean, I felt like I wanted to die the next morning, though, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, Tim hands me his flask. I open it up. I look him dead in the face, and of course, I take a couple of belts. He takes off his voice modulator, takes a couple of belts. Sarah comes back and drains the goddamn thing. Keep in mind, she has a beer in the other hand. And of course, I'm just like, okay then. So the opening act finishes up, and we've made our way a little bit closer to the stage. We're like in the center of the crowd now, maybe like 500, 600 people. And Sarah looks up in the air, and I shit you not, she sniffs the air for a second and says, "It's going to be here." And I said, "What?" Lana says to me, "Oh yeah, Sarah's able to tell where a mosh pit's going to start. It's kind of weird." Sure enough, 10 minutes later, a couple of guys start saying, "All right, make a hole, back up, clear away. And then, just as Marcus hits like the badass guitar and drum solo of their first song, I don't really know the names of the songs because I didn't really get into the band. One of the guys steps in the middle and just screams, "Mosh!" And a bunch of people just come crashing in, bumping into one another. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm watching this with like absolute awe and admiration, or maybe a little bit of pants-shitting terror. Lana just dives in onto the breach, and then Sarah grabs my arm, pulls me down. The drink has hit her very hard by this time, because keep in mind, she's only 105 and drained half of a freaking flask by herself, in addition to a beer. So she is sobbing. She like freaking breathes on me, almost knocks me out, and says, "Watch this," and then dives in herself. I look over at Tim and he says, "I'm not getting in there. This outfit's too expensive." And I'm just like, "You're at a goddamn metal concert. You're worrying about your outfit?" Yes, I am. And then he pushes me in.
Ellie, I don't want a bonsai because I know it's not going to be useful in the long run because Sudowoodo is garbage.
Hashtag trash. So we start all crashing around in the mosh pit, and I follow Sarah's instructions. My arms up, pulled in tight to my body, and I'm just jostling and rolling with it. And the thing is, people are bumping into me. I take a couple of hits. Some people step on my toes, but the steel in the boot stops that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is actually kind of fun. This is a whole lot of fun. So I let my guard down and I start doing a couple just fun punches here and there. And then this one ass canoe, freaking, I turn around, he grabs me by the shoulder and headbutts me. My bells are ringing. I'm stumbling away, and of course a couple of people are helping me out. Nobody's really fighting me because they see that I'm stumbling. And I make my way out of the mosh. I find myself to a relatively peaceful spot. I reach up, I wipe the sweat off my brow, and I look down at my hand, and it's covered in red.
Ouch.
So I just say, and of course, me being dazed and slightly drunk, I just say, "Oh, that's not good."
And then you pass out?
No. I started making my way over to the porta potties, that way I could get a couple of paper towels pressed. And as I'm going along, no less than 5 people wind up saying to me, "Hey dude, you know you're bleeding, right? Hey dude, you know you're bleeding, right? Hey, did you know that you're bleeding, man?" And I'm just like, "Yes, I know! Why do you think I'm heading to the bathroom? It's not because I want to take a shit in there." So of course, I go to the bathroom, I wash my face off, I get some paper towels, put them on, and I'm making my way back towards the crowd. I peel and I take off the paper towels just for a second so I can refold them and then press them back on. And I look up and I see the motherfucker that headbutted me. This guy had a freaking eyebrow ring.
Oh.
You know the kind that I'm talking about, where it looks like it has the barbs on either end?
Ouch.
Yeah, he's wearing one of those. And one of them is very obviously stained red, and even has a little bit of hair stuck to it. And he looks at me and he says, "Dude, you're bleeding." And I stare him dead in the face and I say, "Yeah, that's because part of my face is still attached to your fucking head." The guy reaches up, pulls the hair off of his eyebrow ring, and holds it out to me and says, "You want it back?" And I just say, "Nah, you can keep it. Call it a souvenir." I'm feeling alright. You know, all things considered. I'm gonna have some bruises, and the eyebrow's gonna want adding over. So I go back to my. So I wind up running into. Lana and Sarah again. Tim went elsewhere, and they're towards the front of the crowd. And they're about 5 songs into their set, and the lead singer, just as the solo is going on in the background, says, "All right, make a hole, make a hole." He starts spreading his hands out like he's pushing water away, pushing away from the middle. And I swear to God, he was like Moses parting the Black Sea. People wind up making this hole, and there's eventually this massive rectangular space in front of the stage. And Sarah is one of the few people that didn't move. Instead, she's standing in the middle, her head tilted up to the sky, her arms spread out wide, in a state of supreme rapture. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then the lead singer tells me. And he says, "All right, I want everybody on this side to kill everybody on that side. And I want everybody on that side to fucking kill everybody on this side." Oh! He claps his hands together, and immediately people start pushing at my back. I'm in the second row of this test, as everyone's charging towards the middle. So, of course, I start running, and I'm like, fuck. The people there were like 3-4 people in the middle, Sarah included, that were standing in the middle like, "Yes! Witness me!" Their heads turned up to the sky, their arms spread out like they were about ready to accept a friggin' baptism. And I realized, oh God, the people on the other side are running right at us too. And they're not slowing down. So I pull in my arms, I duck my head between my hands, and I'm like shouldering myself through the crowd. Because I don't want to die. And so I wind up pushing my way past the first person, the second person. The third person I crash into. This was a very bad thing. Because the guy that I crashed into he was like friggin' 6'6", built like a wall. We're talking just a frickin' mountain of a man.
He's got his own climate.
Yeah. And I crash into him. I go stumbling back. I start losing my balance. I put out my arm to break my fall. And I make a huge mistake. I locked my elbow. So basically, my entire arm is a pole that is getting ready to drive into the ground. There is no give there. And when something like that happens, and 200 extra pounds is coming down on top of that, one of two things is going to happen.
Something's going to break.
One end is going to give, or the other end is going to give. So my hand hits the ground, then I hit the ground, and I start screaming because my shoulder has just erupted in pure fucking white fire. Like I'm in a state of agony right now. And immediately the guy that I crashed into realizes what happens, and he's like this really big, tall black guy. Like he looks like he's the kind of guy that you'd want to bouncer at a nightclub. And he just starts screaming in this big booming voice, like, all right, so, Jen, to give you some perspective, you know the scene in Princess Bride where, Fezzik and Inigo meet up again, and they're trying to get to Wesley?
Everybody move!
Basically, that's what this guy does. He says, make a hole, man down! And like two other people immediately rush in. They start trying to help me up. Everyone else is moving around us, trying to make sure that I don't get trampled. And then this guy freaking he takes my uninjured shoulder, lifts me up. One of the other guys tries to help, but I'm like, no, that arm hurts. I'm like barely able to speak. It hurts so bad. And the guy that I crashed into carries me out. We get to a bench. He sets me down. And he says, all right, my name's Deshaun. I'm an EMT. He reaches into his wallet, pulls out his EMT card. I'm barely able to see. The pain is so blinding. And he says, you've got a dislocated shoulder. So, me, being an idiot, I look over at my shoulder. And I see, bulging out against my shirt, something that shouldn't be bulging out. And I'm just like, well, fuck. And I look back at him and I say, I think that's bad. And he says, yeah, that's definitely bad. But fortunately, I know how to fix it. I'm going to put your shoulder back in a joint. And I say, is that going to hurt? And he says, immensely. But it'll be worse for you if we don't. All right? So he winds up holding my arm parallel to the ground. He's got one hand on my elbow, holding it up. The other hand poised to push my joint back, to push my arm back into the joint. And he says, all right, we're going to do this on the count of 3. 1, 2, he twists my arm and pushes it in. Once again, there's that blinding white-hot fire, and I start screaming, fuck! Fuck! God damn it, you absolute bastard, son of a bitch, you mother... I hope that your children die in their cribs! Like, I am cursing this man with everything that I can. And of course, he's just standing there with a smile on his face. And he says, but you can move your arm now, right? And I test it out, and I'm like, shit. I guess I can. Thanks, dude. He says, come on, let me go buy you a beer. It'll help dull the pain. So, I wound up introducing Deshaun to Tim, Lana, and Sarah. And he actually had people that he came with, but he wanted to make sure that I got back to my team. We wound up enjoying the rest of the concert for what it was worth, because we wound up going to the beverage booth, and he wound up getting a freaking bag of ice for me to put on my shoulders to reduce the swelling. But, yeah. It was a fun night. I felt like I wanted to die the next morning.
That's why you wanted to die the next morning.
Well, I mean, between my freaking throbbing head, my bruised body, and the dislocated shoulder, I'm pretty sure that the entire right side of my body was about ready to freaking transcend this plane of existence.
God, are you there? It's me, Jack. I want to die.
Do you love me, brother? Be strong, Clarence.
Be strong for mother.
You love me, brother.
So,
Hell yeah, we're
Ellie.
getting revives.
What?
The Meowth is picking up revives.
Yeet!
Bless this Meowth. Thank you, Meowth, for doing this service for us. Oh, thank you, Meowth.
Oh, hail the mighty Meowth. Oh, by the way, Jed, on
Yeah?
the subject of revives, I need to send you something that you can read later.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Alright, I think I'm gonna get the rest of the team to level 22, and then we could probably try to take on Florinia. I'm not sure if we will win. Because... oof. All the gym battles in this game are going to be tough, and I'm going to be scared of all of them.
Alright, I sent you the thing. But you think that after we do the Florinia gym battle, that'd be a good pausing point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if I can at least get Hertz up to level 22, maybe 23. So, thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for sticking around for this, whatever this is.
But
And
you know what? I guess that's why I'm here, to serve as entertainment when entertaining things are not happening on the screen.
yep, because I've been silent this whole time.
And I just need to talk my ass off.
Very welcome here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, your story definitely helped with the grinding. It was something good here.
Oh, hello. That is a Zombina. I approve this Zombina. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. I have nothing I want to report unless... Does anybody have any questions they want to ask? Any stories they want to hear? Anything? So tired of being put to sleep! Favorite Pokemon from each gen. Oof. That's a tough one. I guess in Gen 1 it would be a tie between Kangaskhan and Aerodactyl. In Gen 2 it would have to be a tie between Meganium and Togetic, because I'm so predictable. Gen 3, I don't know, but I have an enormous bias for Sceptile. No, Gen 3, yeah. Gen 4, probably Honchkrow. Gen 5, probably Samurott. Gen 6, I don't know either. Probably Goodra. Goodra is a good. Goodra, Delphox, maybe. Probably Goodra more. Gen 7, I don't know.
Alright. Dogs have been fed.
Dogs have been fed.
A little bit late, but they're fed.
They are fed. Your dogs have fooded.
They actually are fooding.
Stop putting me to sleep!
That's bullshit. Stop lying. So lie the fuck down and sleep.
Nah, it's okay, Ellie.
Alright, so, wait. Favorite Pokemon from each gen? Can I answer this?
Yeah, go ahead, answer.
Alright, so, Gen 1, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Bulbasaur, basically because of choice of sounds. Wait, no, Porygon. I freaking love Porygon. The concept was so good. I'm just disappointed with the execution and its evolutions.
Not to mention what the anime did to it.
I have no idea what the anime did to it, and I don't want to find out.
Are you sure? Because this is infamous.
Do tell.
The anime had a single Porygon episode. Ash and friends got trapped in cyberspace and a Porygon was escorting them through and shenanigans happened. But there was one scene where Team Rocket fired some missiles, Pikachu used Thunderbolt, and the result was a scene with intense flashing lights so bad that it sent several Japanese kids to the hospital with seizures.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yep. And so, ever since, Porygon or its evolutions have never appeared in the anime.
Well, fuck. That kind of sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, more chocolate ice cream!
There's more ice cream, Cat.
More ice cream for Cat.
From Cat.
From Cat.
More ice cream from Cat.
So, yeah, Porygon is my favorite Gen 1. My favorite Gen 2 would have to be Togepi. For obvious reasons.
Why?
Because Togetic is your favorite.
So you're going to base it off of me?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? None of that now. Generation 3, that's easy. My absolute favorite Pokemon of all time, Metagross. Like, I remember that when I fought against Steven Stone in the hidden battle back in the frickin' cave near the second gym, and he brought that bastard out, I just stared at it and I said out loud, I want that. Like, inadvertently, I wound up weakening it and throwing a Pokeball at it because I forgot that it was... My thirst was so fucking bad. That was my first reaction to seeing Metagross.
And then it turned out to be a powerhouse.
No, I couldn't even catch it because it was Steven's.
But I mean, he could give you a Beldum.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until someone told me.
Okay.
Generation 4. The thing is, I don't know a lot about Generation 4 because I never played those games. But I will say that I like Smugleaf.
Smugleaf is not Gen 4.
Ah, fuck. That's Gen 5. God damn it. Wait, is Empoleon Gen 4?
Empoleon is Gen 4, yes.
Thank you, Empoleon, yes, because that one is a fucking tank among tanks, and I really want to breed one for competitive play because it's got the high defense of the steel typing, it's got the high special defense of the water typing, and it basically tanks all of the tanks. So yeah.
Empoleon is actually more of an attacker.
But its typing makes it tanky.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. But also it also has a really cool design in that.
Yeah, I like Empoleon. Piplup was my choice as in Gen 4.
Yeah. Gen 5. And honestly, I feel kind of basic because I'm picking so many fucking whatchamacallits? Starters.
Mm-hmm.
But Gen 5, for a very special reason, my favorite is Samurott.
For very special reasons.
You know those reasons.
We know those reasons.
You know them. I don't know if everybody else knows.
Yes.
They know them? Wait, they do know them? Jen?
Nah.
Meh.
Meh.
Basically, Josie is a heckin' good Pokemon.
Josie is good.
Anyway, Josie is a good... She and Charlie would be an excellent match for each other.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm talking about this Charlie! So, yeah, that's Generation 5. Generation 6 is X and Y, right?
Yes.
Fuck, X and Y was just so goddamn forgettable.
The story was the Pokemon were pretty good.
It's like, honestly, it's been so long that I can't even...
Generation 6 was Chespin, Froakie, Fennekin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the starters.
Yeah.
But, alright. The Pokemon that I think was in Gen 6 that I liked the most, it basically looked like a table.
Avalugg.
Yes. I don't know why, but I fucking loved it so much.
Avalugg is such a good design. I love Avalugg.
Like, hold on. Hey, Avalugg. Some guys broke into our house and stole our table. Could you come over here for a second? Thanks.
Avalugg is great, but it takes special hits like a wet paper bag.
And then, Generation 7, Toxapex.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like, when I started doing competitive breeding in Generation 7, the first and only Pokemon to date that I have competitively bred for Generation 7
Was a
is
Toxapex.
Toxapex. And I named it after the waifu.
So I didn't actually answer Gen 7. Gen 7 is an odd... No. Yeah, Gen 7 is kind of an odd beast. I feel like the Pokemon that stood out the most to me is Delmise.
Oh, that's the anchor-looking motherfucker, right?
Yep, that's the anchor boy.
Ghost Grass?
Yes, Ghost Grass, and it acts like a steel type, and I mean that in a very good sense. Yeah, it has the ability Steelworker, which essentially gives it steel type stab.
That's friggin' awesome.
But it also acts like a water type.
What? So basically, you go up against that, you don't know what you're getting.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, I heard about Delmise, and I was just so weirded out by the cover that I didn't really watch it. Like, it was like, at the time that I heard about it, it was just too much for me to wrap my head around. But the thing is, it's like, when I saw Toxapex for the first time, I was just like, holy shit. And then I saw it eat a Corsola, and I was like, holy shit!
Gen 7 was a wild ride.
Gen 7 was a freaking amazing one.
I'm not even really sure if I can... the Alolan forms were really weird, though. I don't even know if I can classify them as Gen 1 or Gen 7.
Then how would we do that as a separate answer? What was your favorite Alolan form, Jen?
I have to say Ninetales. I'm sorry, I'm basic.
Oh, you're saying Ninetales? Fuck you. I'm picking another ice type I'm picking another ice type Alolan form. I freaking love Sandshrew.
Sandshrew was a good choice, too. Igloo baby.
It's a walking igloo. I love it so much.
An igloo.
Oh, by the way, so, my mom plays Pokemon Go as well, right?
Ooh.
Shiny. But, so my mom plays Pokemon Go as well, and, whenever she gets a new something, she always has to show it to me, like, I don't know what this is, tell me about it.
Aww. That's so pure.
Like, every time she and I wind up, every time she or I wind up going out on a walk, and we wind up having, like, a really good day, we wind up trading notes, and I teach her a little bit more. I think she's like level 23 now, so she's only 7 levels behind me, but she's probably going to catch up real quick. The downside is she doesn't do battling. She's just in it for the walking and the catching, which I can applaud.
Like, that's fair.
But when she bitches about how she doesn't have enough incubators, it's like, Mom, you don't even have to battle. Just put your Pokemon in a gym. Let it sit there. So, yeah, but she wound up getting into Alolan Vulpix back when it was still like a 3% hatch rate. And she showed it to me, and she says, "I like this one. It's pretty."
You know, though,
And I'm like, huh?
I kind of have a personal reason for liking Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales.
Do tell.
When Gen 7 was first being teased, when we were getting those regular video updates with contents that the game was going to have, there was a day where our old family dog Beans,
Yeah.
that was the day that my mom took him to the vet to have him euthanized.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because he was suffering through arthritis, and my family just has this thing where if an animal is suffering, it needs to be put down as soon as possible to keep it from suffering for a much longer time than it needs to. Get my drift? So
Yeah.
that morning was super melancholy, and then a couple Skype friends pinged me, and they said, "Hey, did you see the new Pokemon update? You're really gonna like this one. It's good, it's good, it's good." And so that was the update that showed us Alolan forms. That it completely introduced Alolan forms. Like, it had Exeggutor, it had Sandshrew, and of course it had Vulpix and Ninetales. As soon as I saw it, I needed it in my team. And that's also the update that had Oricorio. So overall, it was just good news. It was a good day, despite what had happened that morning.
Yeah.
Literally, I got Beans on my 10th birthday.
Oh, jeez.
My aunt fosters animals. She's one of the people that I kind of look up to when it comes to animal expertise. And so, she fosters animals. She had taken a, yes, his name was Beans. So, she had taken in a pregnant white shepherd. So, when the shepherd gave birth, she had eight or so puppies.
Oh my god.
5 of them were regular colored German shepherds, and 3 of them were kind of blondish kind of shepherds. We don't really know who the father was. It was probably like a yellow lab or a golden retriever or something. Probably yellow lab.
Yeah.
And so, when the puppies were about 10 days old, my aunt said, "Hey, you can come over, you want to meet the puppies." And so we took the drive over to where she lives. She lived like 3 hours or so away, and so we paid a visit, and we were looking at the puppies. And they were the cutest things. They hadn't even opened their eyes yet. And, you know, this is around the time I was turning 10. And, they decided that I was going to get a dog for my birthday because I was begging for a puppy. Yeah, sorry, Vor, I don't care about shinies in this game because the shiny rate is so high. I literally ran into a shiny Hoot just like 10 minutes ago. So, I really don't care. And so, yeah, for when that birthday was coming up, they were basically covering up the fact that I was going to get a dog at all. And so they said, "Hey, this puppy is developing some really cool patterns on him. Like, he was turning kind of goldish. He was turning to, like, just the most beautiful dog." And they said they'd found an owner for him, and we need a name for him. But back then, I was just really not good at naming things, so I was coming up with the stupidest names, like Goldie. Just, ugh. And so then my mom said, "You know what, let's just name something silly like Beans and get it over with."
That's awesome.
So yeah, when my birthday came around, they asked me what I was gonna name him, so I was just like, let's just name him Beans and get him over with.
But my question is, when you got in a Alolan, did you name them Beans?
No, I was naming all of my Pokemon after flowers. I had like an active 9 Pokemon team back in Sun and Moon, back in Pokemon Sun. And so, yeah, I was naming all those Pokemon after flowers, except my Rowlet, which I named Autumn for whatever reason. I just couldn't let go of the name Autumn. And so, Yes.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
My Alolan Ninetales in that game was named Lusulia.
Lusulia?
Lusulia.
Lussulia.
Luculia.
Ah.
We're almost done grinding.
No, it's like I'm trying to, because the LUCI root means life, but that's all I got.
I was trying to find flowers that would thrive in winter environments.
Ah, okay. So, while we finish up the grinding, may I share something with the class?
Yes, you may share something with the class.
Which trainer should you fight? Alola edition.
Oh no.
Hal. If you fight Hal, everybody loses. You wind up going home with bruises, a bloody nose, and a dislocated shoulder, and he has to bear the emotional trauma of Lily.
Stop poisoning me, please.
I thought it was something that I was saying. Lily, you do realize how bad of an idea this is, right? Like, there are at least 4 trainers out there that are willing and able to kick your ass if you think about harming her. Do not fight Lily. Do you like sumo wrestling? Then fight Hala. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Why would you even want to? Don't fight your mom! Kukui. Fight Kukui. It'll be fun. He'll be sportsmanlike, and you may even get the damning proof about whether or not he's actually Masked Royal.
Ooh, a full restore.
Wait, you got that from pickup?
Yeah.
Fuck the hell, yes.
This is why I wanted pickup. This game will be hell without pickup.
Burnett. She has an incredibly powerful husband and a luchador-style wrestler ready to kick sail at a man. Who cares if they're the same person? Don't fight Burnett.
You're breaking up a lot.
Ah!
Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah! Can you hear me, Jack?
I can hear you, Jen.
Okay, keep going.
Alright, the ritual of screaming has been completed. Masked Royal. Good luck fighting him outside the ring. You'll have a hard time even keeping up. He generally takes it a little bit easier inside the ring, depending on whether or not he's supposed to lose. Fight Masked Royal. Olivia. She will crush you, figuratively and literally. Fight Olivia if you're into that sort of thing.
Those thighs.
Pay attention to the hip movement. It's very important. Woman, your hips have had my
You've already had my attentions, ma'am.
Mallow. It'd be a short fight. She'd breathe her super hot curry breath on you, and you'd pass out. End of story. Fight Mallow if you want to have clear sinuses. Kiawe. He's a sweet and tender boy. Don't fight Kiawe. Lana. There are 500 reasons why this is a bad idea, and most of them involve hitting a child. Don't fight Lana. Acerola. She's too cute. Don't fight Acerola. Sophocles. The only fight that he'll agree to is a video game fight, and will never speak to you again if you dare to punch him. Fight him his way, or don't fight him at all. Mullane. Why would you punch your cool astronomer gay uncle? Don't fight Mullane. Nanu. This is a guy who is a legend in Interpol and hasn't started to slack off in any way. Are you a bad and naughty crime boy? Then you're gonna fight Nanu whether you want to or not. Those 2 Team Skullgoons that you keep on running into all the goddamn time. You may be intimidated by a 2-on-1 fight, but kicking these guys' asses is easier than shooting a paralyzed monkey in the face. The only downside is that you might feel bad afterwards. Fight them. Plumeria. This is the girl that keeps Guzma in line. You really don't want to fight her, but you will wind up fighting her if you hurt her family. Guzma. This guy's literal favorite move is beat up. He introduces himself as the bad boss that beats you down and doesn't let up. Do you have a death wish? Do you? Do you really? Fight Guzma. Gladion. Do you want to have an easy fight, or do you want a challenge? If you answer yes to the first, just punch this guy in the face. If you answer yes to the second, call him a syscon and try to survive. Either way, fight Gladion. Jed, let it out.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Why are you not allowed to?
You know why I'm not allowed to.
Message me about it afterwards. Wick. Why? Just don't! Lucy. The only thing that might detract from your satisfaction of kicking Lucimine's ass is the fact that she might get turned on by it. Either way, fight Lucimine. Faba. He's an asshole. He's a nerd, and he's a huge freaking wimp. Fight Faba, if only to possibly knock some sense into him. Hapu. This is a bad idea. You know it's a bad idea. You can hear people calling child abuse already. Don't fight Hapu.
How old is Hapu?
Finally, huh?
How old is Hapu?
I think she's like maybe 10 in the game.
She would have to be older than that to be a kahuna.
Not necessarily, it's a matter of being a worthy trainer. And finally, Kahili. She golfs. Fight Kahili.
She will beat you with her golf club.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll break my foot off in her ass for spoiling a perfectly good walk.
Hey, she's the flying type Elite Four member I've been looking for a long time. I want her. I like her.
You can like her as much as you want. I hate her on the fact based on the simple premise that she's a golfer.
I mean, golf is pretty bad, but I have to harp on football for a little bit.
Oh,
if you
God.
wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
So today was the Pokemon Go raid day for Gengar. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of Gengar, but at the same time, I was like, this will be a nice chance to go out and do some Pokemon Go. This will be a nice chance to go out and meet people and walk around, get some exercise, and get some experience, and maybe even catch a shiny Gengar. Who knows? Except I overlooked one very crucial detail. Oh, I'm gonna chew, please. I have candy.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just chewing.
Oh, you and your laughter. Also,
I have a sweet tooth, okay?
Nobody knows how old Hapu is.
Okay, so the detail that I overlooked is that the best place to do hunting on campus is in our city. Like if it's a community day or something like that. The best place to go to do Pokemon Go is the university, because I'm in a college town. The thing that I overlooked is the fact that today is a football game day. It was a home game, and literally every person in town parks on campus during a game.
Yes. The good old hand day. The pink skin.
Like, every car that I saw parked immediately was not in a parking space. They were pulled off to the side on the road, on the grass and stuff like that. I could not find a parking space, and there was no way in hell I was going to. So, I was pissed, and I had to head back home.
Fuck.
Football is a hell sport. Football season has never done anything good for me in my life, period, and I have no respect for it after everything that it's done to me.
You know, I hate football for a completely different reason.
Huh?
You see, the thing is, only certain people in football are athletes. Like, if you're playing a running back or a quarterback, then those qualify as athletes. Or even if you're just a receiver, that could qualify you as an athlete. But if you are a freaking linebacker, you're not an athlete. You're a freaking thug. And I'm not saying that with any particular racial inclination. I'm saying it as a matter of you're just a guy that you put between the quarterback and the enemy team in order to stop the enemy team from getting forward. You're a wrestler. You're a brawler. All you have to do is be heavy and dig in your heels. Furthermore, people say that baseball is a slow-moving game, but at least it keeps moving. Football, you have maybe 30 seconds of action, followed by 3 minutes of what the fuck.
That's why it's called 5 football minutes.
I have not heard that phrase before.
Yeah, some people say, oh, it's gonna take like 5 football minutes, and whenever they say that, they mean it's gonna take like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah. Because the thing is that people are like, oh, well, football is a fast-paced game. No, it's not.
No, the hell it is not. What are you talking about?
It's like 3 minutes between downs while everybody tries to argue over which play they should do next. Now, I gotta say, though, there is a version of football out there that I really freaking love.
Called rugby, isn't it?
Yes, it is! Rugby is a goddamn gladiator sport. Like, okay, so just to put it in perspective for you, a male soccer player gets tripped, he lies on the ground screaming for 3 minutes, claiming that he's in the worst agony of his life. A rugby player gets a broken nose, a black eye, and a busted finger. They get back up and get ready for the next scrum. I have no idea how in the goddamn rugby works, but I know that I like it.
Alright. Let's try at least something.
Are we gonna try and fight?
I'm gonna try and fight, yeah. Let's see if... But I'm very not confident. I don't know what she's going to lead with. I know there's going to be sand! But I just don't know what it's going to do. Like, you saw how, Julia had an Oricorio. Her team was changed up a lot just to put an Oricorio in it. So, yeah. Welcome, Scrumpy. Your assistance in media-related affairs is appreciated. However, that alone fails to merit the appropriation of a badge. In order to determine eligibility for badge ownership, further testing is required. Do not mistake the impartial application of these tests as unthankfulness. It is simply procedure. Accordingly, let us begin.
Alright.
Audience,
Can
please
I
take
just-
notes on standard battling procedure. The demonstration will commence. Hypothesis: subject displays insufficient data for conclusive success. Expected outcome: failure. You don't have to rub it in, Florinia.
Can I just say that every time she speaks, I don't imagine it as the robot voice that you're doing. I'm imagining it as GLaDOS' voice from, whatchamacallit, from Portal.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Why? What? I am conscious. Apparently Vor says, soccer injuries fucking suck, your shins get destroyed, your head becomes a dummy target, and your knees are shattered for good. Oh my god, why?
I thought something like that was going to happen. Which is why I'm not going to make myself subject to stand him again.
Hey Jen, can
Yeah?
I read this one?
Yeah.
Wait, you went too quickly.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
We're probably gonna have another chance anyway. This is probably gonna be what gym battles in this game are gonna be like anyway. Just a lot of soft resetting, a lot of trying to figure out how to do the beginning. Because if I can do the beginning, then I can probably figure my way out through the battle. Come on!
Welcome, Scrumpy. Your assistance in meteor-related affairs is appreciated. However, that alone fails to merit the appropriation of a badge. In order to determine eligibility for badge ownership, further testing is required. Do not mistake the impartial application of these tests as unthankfulness. It is simply procedure. Accordingly, let us begin. And by the way, I'm going to make it very clear that you've done a lot of things that you are going to regret. Audience, please take notes on standard battling procedure.
Are you talking about the diary reading? Because that's not my fault. You're the one that left your diary in your room like that.
No, I was actually referencing a line that was said by GLaDOS in Portal 2.
Actually, I take that back because I shouldn't have read those diaries.
The demonstration will commence. Subject displays insufficient data for conclusive success. Also, she is fat. Expected outcome, failure.
She? We're playing as a non-binary character.
And? You expect that we're gonna go through this game and not get misgendered? Air cutter. Pin missile.
The desert strengthens pin missile? Stop!
Air cutter.
Yep, I was expecting this.
Where are they sending in next?
Breloom.
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 So who do we send in against Breloom? Yeah, I think that's a wise choice.
No, it's absolutely going to have Rock Tomb. That's why she was going to send it in against a flying type.
Mach punch.
Burn, 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 burn. Ooh, better!
Hell yeah! This pleases.
That is a toxic heal Breloom. I was
What?
very happy to get that off the field.
Hey, what does toxic heal do?
Toxic heal makes it so if you are poisoned, you heal yourself instead of taking damage.
Also, fucking hidden power turned into Sand Tomb? What the goddamn?
This is why I recommend teaching one of your Pokemon Nature Power in this game. Nature Power is a disgustingly good move in this game because field effects exist.
This annoys me. This annoys me greatly. I am a walking salt pile.
Yes!
Ah, it's fucking dead! He's dead, Jim! Oh my wa mo shinderu.
Omae wa mou shinderu. Nani? Ferroseed. Ferroseed. Ferroseed.
Wait, does Numa already have ground typing?
Oh, no, 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 no!
He's dead, Jim!
Does what already have ground typing?
Numel.
Yes, Numel is ground and
Fire.
ground fire. Oh god. Oh god.
Really?
Oh god.
That's rock and grass, right?
Rock and grass, yes. I have to poison it. I have to poison it. Otherwise, this thing is never dying. Ever.
Because it's going to ingrain itself.
Yes, it's going to ingrain, yes. Smackdown.
Yeah, so basically we used Epidamine to produce a special attack, then send in Numel to finish the job, right?
I also need a Screech.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know how I'm going to take this down. I need all the options I can get.
Why isn't it ingrained itself yet? Motherfuck!
Of course.
This is why we cannot have nice things. Fuck yes. Fuck yeah! He's dead, Jim! That was freaking RNG's just throwing us a friggin' bone.
I think we got this in the bag.
I'm gonna knock on wood. Because, Jen, you know that I never had to knock on wood. But I know someone who has. Makes me wonder if I could. And yeah, I would recommend bringing its friggin' stuff down as far as you can. Oh no, I see what the bitch is doing. Bitch!
Because I knew something was going to happen, that's why I healed.
Well, hey, at least they don't have full restores yet.
At least that, yeah.
No, I'd say keep them in for a little longer. Make sure that you're able to screech them down a little bit more.
I don't remember if I'm faster or not. Am I faster?
I think you are, yeah. But you didn't get the flinch that time, but at least we're going to be able to bring the heat! Oh, It's gonna turn into a war of attrition, I can just tell. Oh, good move! Good move! Yes! Holy fuck, Jen!
What?
That was really smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
That's why I'm playing this game.
You know what? Fuck you!
Okay.
I will shit in your goddamn cornflakes.
There it is!
You look at SmackDown, think of Whack Clown England, talk trash now, Sub-Zero, Ice Ice Baby, now you wish you never played me.
Ballinger, do you want to do this one?
Please. Challenger remains due to receive Canopy Badge. The Scrumpy has received the Canopy Badge, you absolute bastard. The Canopy Badge encourages proper behavior among Pokemon up to level 35. Additionally, as per custom, accept this DM. Hell yes.
Jack?
Nature power varies based on the terrain and field effects in which it is used. To use it effectively, one must understand proper knowledge and understanding, a concept that you surely lack.
Fuck you.
Use it wisely, which I know you won't. Where do you intend to go now? Hopefully downstairs for additional testing. If you do not have other intentions, I have one final request for you. Die. Because of my status as leader and faculty at this school, I cannot stray far from it right now. But once the robot uprising begins. However, there is still a crisis in this city. As you no doubt know, the Jasper and Beryl wards have been ransacked by the same machine as Obsidia. However, whereas we caught Obsidia in a budding state, we were not so fortunate with those wards. Being that you alone have had the successful experience of terminating the previously active project, I ask you, venture to Jasper Ward. Discover if there is not a similar plot behind the destruction there.
At least I read fast, though.
If you will acquiesce, I have created another application that may, or may not, be of service to you. Scrumpy, receive the pulse decks. This will install to your Pokegear and will read data input.
Output.
Output? I know what I said. I am a masterful AI. Do you really think that I know what I said?
Can you read faster?
And will read data input from the pulse machine we encountered before. I have already entered the data obtained regarding the Tangler that you engaged, but any future subjects must be added separately. It may be possible to find data printouts for each machine in an area near their application, so remain watchful. I will make preparations for your passage to Jasper.
Please hurry up.
I might wish you good luck. However, luck is merely an illusory essentialization of statistics and is neither inherently good nor bad. Regardless, farewell.
Oh my god, I thought I was never gonna get out of that!
Really? Really?
That was a
Jen?
mistake.
Jen,
What?
there is something that exists in this world called panache.
But there is something in this world also called patience, and it's something that I lack.
Well, you know what? Seems like you need to learn it a bit.
Alright. I think that would be a good stopping point.
I agree. Let us just rearrange our team, construct additional pylons, figure out what in the shit fucking goddamn we're gonna be doing, and then we will call it quits for the night.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
really
see
good
if...
job with that battle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if anything else happens, specifically in Onyx Ward.
After you get your badge.
After I get the badge. If there's any cutscenes that I wanna trigger or anything, because I do want to grind the rest of the team up to snuff, and I do want to do the Voltorb flip stuff, because I do want to get those TMs.
So,
Because Substitute is a good TM.
agreed. So basically, you're going to be working hard at, since we got our shiny new...
Yes. Is there any cutscene or anything that wants to trigger before I go into the Jasper Ward? Is my question.
Cutscenes are my trigger!
Well, something wanted to trigger.
Okay. So, there's this Kajinka artist that I really like. And their most famous, and one of their most infamous or famous or whatever you have it, Kajinkas is of Kakuna.
Okay.
And it's Kakuna in a traditional ancient Egyptian. It's a woman in a traditional ancient Egyptian outfit.
Okay.
Which means that it's a dress that only comes up to her sternum. So you get to see some Kakuna tatas.
Okay, then.
You get to Kakuna those tatas, Jen.
Is that the pun they were going for?
I don't know, but it's the one that I'm making. You know, I think the Peridot Ward would have been better if there was a person there that just decided to call you a Claude and then fought using only metal types.
Metal types?
Yes.
Metal types?
Yes.
Metal types?
Yes.
Metal?
I know what I said!
Alright. Yes, over here is the Jasper Ward, and we will go in there in the next stream, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what my schedule's gonna look like next week, so we're gonna have to plan this off screen.
Yeah, we get that. Anyway, one of us or the other will be sure to let you know when we decide when the next stream is going to be, provided that we figure out when in the shit fucking goddamn Jen's schedule works, because mine is pretty standard. Actually, not pretty. I have next Monday off! But anyway, yes. Thank you so much for coming out and joining us, and we hope that you all have a lovely night. Jen?
Yep.
Lead us out.
Oi!